Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to handle searchable dropdown or auto suggestion dropdown. Searchable dropdown means when we search a word in a search box, the suggestion contains the word we are typing. Okay, so example, if we go to Amazon and type book. Okay, so as we can see, all these suggestions contains the word book. Okay, so this is what auto suggestion drop down or searchable drop down. Okay, so now I've created a test here in the same spec file, drop down spec file. So I've launched the application. Now let us inspect this search box and type a word. Okay, right click, inspect, it has ID. Okay, so let us check once. Okay, one matching element, I'm copying it. Await page dot locator ID. So what I want to enter? I want to enter book word. Fill book. Okay, so now once I enter book, I want to validate this is visible. Okay, this area is visible. Okay, so how to do that? Let us inspect. Okay, we have a class. Let us take this class and say this is visible. Okay, one matching elements. Copy. Okay, before applying assertion, I will say wait for this. Await page dot wait for selector. Wait for selector, and I'll wait for this selector. Okay, so now I will validate this is visible. Await expect page dot locator, this locator to be visible, to be visible. Okay, so now let us execute till here and see. And after this I will add some hardware. So to add, await page dot wait for timeout. So I will give 5 seconds. Save. So the spec file I want to execute is dropdown. Dropdown. Okay, I should have given dot only. Okay, so let me say dot only and save. Okay, let me close this browser. Okay, it is failing, it is fine. Okay, so now I will say page dot close after this. Wait, page dot close, just to close the browser or the page opened. Let me close this, it will fail, it is fine. Okay, okay, now let me execute this. So what I've done in this spec file, I said wait for the that area where it contains the options and it should be visible. So it entered book and we can see the options present. Okay, so one test passed. So now what I want to do is, or what usual assertion will do is, we will take the count of this. Okay, so to get the count, we have ID. See, as we can see, so all the options has ID. So we will take id. Okay. So as you know, and as you can see, see, the id is almost same, but the number is different. Correct? For that, we have to write a locator, something like this. I'll show you. Okay. So whenever you find id is almost same, but the number is different. Correct? So id star is equal to the single quote. Write the id which is almost same. Here I will remove number. Okay, here I'm removing number because the number is getting changed. But this sac suggestion row, this is constant. So we have 20 matching elements. I will take this locator. So await. So what I'll do, I will say first I will get the count of it. So how to get the count? Await page dot locator dot count. Okay, so I will print. I will keep this in some variable. Const count of options, the variable name. Now I will print. So console dot log this variable name. Okay, now I will execute. So after this, I will take the count and I'll put the assertion. It should have the count which is going to give us. It entered book. Okay, here as we can see, the count is 20 and here also the matching elements are 20. Okay, so now I want to add the assertion saying the count should have 20. Okay, so page dot, I will take the same locate till here I'll copy. So I have to use expect because this is a validation. We are putting assertion dot to have count. Count is we are expecting 20. Okay, so await expect. I'm expecting this locator should have a count 20. So let me execute. My internet is slow, that's why it is taking time. Book, it entered. Okay, the session is pass. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to print all these options, the suggestions. Okay, so how to print? To print that, I have to keep all these things in some variable. And to get the text content, we have a method all text content. So await the locator, I will get the text content. So here if it is one element, I can use text content method. So here it contains multiple elements. This locator contains multiple elements. For that we have a method that is dot all text contents. For more than one element, to print more than one element, we have a method that is all text contents. So I will keep this in some variable const options text. Okay, so now I will print console.log options text. Instead of 5 seconds, I will just give 3 seconds. So to have count method is to count the number of elements present, and all text contents is to get the text of the elements. Okay, so it printed. Now I want my script to find particular option is present or not, like book light or any option. Okay, so we printed on this console and we can see this is printed. I want my script to find or validate some the option I enter is present in the drop down or not. Okay, so I will say bookmark. Okay, for that we will use has text with the locator. Okay, I will take the same locator. We'll take the same locator and say inside the locator put comma, and within a this one flower bracket or curly braces type has text colon, inside a single quote enter the text you want to validate. So here I will say bookmark. To be visible, I will say expect to be visible. So I'm saying, so in this list, I want this bookmark to be visible or not. Okay. So here this has text has to come inside this locator. Okay. So I'm saying this locator should have this text to be visible. Okay. So this is one of the playwright filtering option. So save and let us execute this. This is one way we can directly identify the element is present inside the drop down. Another way is we can use looping. I will show you that now. Okay. Okay, strict mode violation that resolve to two elements. Okay, so now I will just say validate the first one. Dot first. Okay, just tell me if the first one is visible or not. Dot first. So let us scroll up and see. See, we have two bookmarks. So I'm saying just tell me first one is visible or not. Okay, for the second one, I can say nth of 1. So control C. So remember, has text is a playwright's filtering option. Okay. So this is a simple way without looping, we can identify some option is present or not. Okay. So the first one is past. Okay, we have this bookmark in the option list. So now what I want to do is I want to click on it. Okay, so for that I know this is visible and now I want to click on it. So for that I will take the same locator. I don't take expect because I'm not adding any assertion. I'm performing click action. dot click. I will click on bookmark. So I will give 5 seconds so we can see properly. So these are all the possible assertions we can do on a drop down. Getting the count and printing the text and validate some particular option is present in the drop down, and we can able to click on that any option. So as we can see, it's printing the bookmark option. Okay. Okay, so now what I want to show you is, so instead of this has text, I want to use loop, and in that loop, I want to validate some option is present or not. This is a simple and straightforward way from Playwright we can use, or we can use looping also. Okay, for that, I have to take the same locator and I have to use dot all. Okay, so I will show you. Okay, so we have a method dot all. So what it will do is, so it takes all the elements. Okay, and I will keep this in some variable. Const options. I will say options. So I'm keeping all these elements inside this options. Okay, so why I'm keeping all these elements? So I can iterate through each element using for loop. I can iterate through each elements, and when I find bookmark, I want to click on it. Okay. Okay, so now to iterate using for loop, you have to say for, and I will create a variable const option. Okay, this is options and this is option of options. This option is, okay, I did not copy it properly. Okay, this option, I'll explain what it is. Okay, so here this option contains all the element, and this option contains the first element. For the first time, it takes the first option and it finds out this is not bookmark, then it goes to the second option. Okay, okay, this is this option. Now, what I want to do, I want to get the text. First time it will go to the first option, that is book self. So I want to get the text of it. So how to get the text using text content method. So cons text, I will keep this in this variable. Okay. Dot what I want to do, I want to do await option dot text content. Okay, so here see, here we wanted to print all the options, so we used all text contents. So here I want to get the text of one option, sorry, one element, so I'm using text content. Okay, so now what I want to validate, I want to validate if this text includes this bookmark, then click on it. Okay, for that I'll use if, because it is a condition, I'm adding condition. If it includes bookmark, then click on it. For that, text and text dot includes, if it includes, what it includes, bookmark, then click on it. So await option dot click. Okay, so here in TypeScript we have to give two times text and text includes. Okay, so here first text identifies the list is not empty. Okay, we have something in that. Okay, then only it goes and validate there is some whether it includes bookmark or not. Okay, so now let us execute. So I have to use break here after if. Okay, so this is a loop. I don't, once we find any option, the option is bookmark. Once we find it, we don't want to loop to execute. We want to break this loop. Let me close this and execute again. So as we can see, it clicked on bookmark option. Okay, so one way is to click on the element is using the has text filter option, and another way is using the loop option. Okay, so these are all the possible assertions we can do when we work with the searchable or auto suggestion drop down. Okay, so now, if you think you learned something from this video, please support me by hitting the like button and by subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.